Okay, here we are with another episode. This is just a simple soliloquy. I'll be getting into why the Xbox brand has basically been failing for years, but while I'm doing that, you'll watch me fighting relentless arguing. But I'm going to change the music because this isn't doing it for me. What you're listening to right now is Battle Theme number 2 from Yasunori Mitsuda. He's the guy who basically did the music for Chrono Trigger. And I think one of the Kingdom Hearts and this game, Xenoblade Chronicles. That's why this game gives me so many Chrono Trigger vibes, because of the music. But that's neither here nor there. Let's get into why the Xbox brand has been failing for many years now, and still continues to fail after the cut. So, let's get into it. The Xbox brand was created so that Microsoft could essentially create a viable home console that would dominate the market. Okay? And they spared no expense. Okay? They spent billions of dollars to get this particular result. And what they got in the end was nothing like that. I mean, generally speaking, almost every single console gen that the Xbox brand has existed, it hasn't done shit. Okay, it's failed miserably. The first gen that it came about was the 6th gen, and that was the original Xbox. That failed. Then they did the Xbox 360, which was the closest they came, but they also spent so much money trying to prop that dead motherfucker up that, I mean, that didn't work for them. And now with the Xbox One, another failure. I mean, where do you go from there? I mean, what can you do? Well, after the cut, I'll get into why I think the Xbox brand has failed, and basically what Microsoft should have learned from all this failure after the cut. So basically, the Xbox brand failed because, essentially speaking, Microsoft had everything they needed in order to, at least on paper, succeed, to dominate at least one console market. And yet, every single console gen, they failed. So basically, we'll go over the 3 gens. Gen 6 was the original Xbox. It failed because essentially, aside from Halo, there were no really marketable games for that system. Halo was it. Everything else felt kind of like, every other game felt like a whole bunch of budget-ass, Steam games, basically. And I know what some people are going to say. Well, what are you talking about? I mean, like Dark Sector and Legend of Vim, and I mean, there are some really good games for the original Xbox. The original Mass Effect, Fable, you could get, I believe it was Elder Scrolls Oblivion on the system, if I remember correctly. Or maybe I'm thinking Morrowind. But, I mean, it wasn't a total and complete failure, but, I mean, overall, it just wasn't really, they were still trying to find their audience. But, I mean, for Microsoft, that was a failure, okay? It was an F, alright? So then we get the next, how can I put this, gen, which is the 7th gen, which is, Microsoft, okay, we're going for the dude bro crowd. That's our niche. The dude bro crowd, that's our niche. And they rushed the game out to beat what they thought were their main competitors, which was Sony. Now, you know, they rushed inferior product to the market in order to get there first. Kind of a bad thing to do. You know, I know very few times where rushing to put a product out on the market works, but I mean, as a matter of fact, you know, I'm not a business student, but as far as I'm aware, there's very rarely does a product rush to market. Does it do well? But that's just me, you know. Maybe I'm just crazy. So anyway, the Xbox One, the Xbox 360, you have the Red Ring of Death debacle because they put out a shoddy ass product in order to beat their competitor to the market, the PS3. And Sony tried to fight the power war, and Microsoft was like, well, we've got power too. And yes, I know I just stuttered, but it was on purpose. I was trying to emphasize a point. But ultimately, the power war fails. The power war not only fails, the power war not only fails, but you have the Red Ring of Death, which causes Microsoft to lose billions of dollars trying to clean that mess up. And by then, it's too late. So basically, the 5th gen, they spent between 1.5 to $2 billion dollars a year marketing and development and buying money-hatting exclusives in order to get the original Xbox off the ground. Let's just say that was 4 years. 4 years of, let's say, $1.5 billion. So essentially, that's $6 billion spent in 4 years. Then you have the original Xbox, which the only time the Xbox 360, which the only time that console was profitable was when Halo 2 launched. One day was it a profitable system to run. Every other day, every other quarter, every other year, they were losing at least $1 billion for about 7 years. So, so basically, let's just say they lost, let's say $8 billion over 7 years on the original Xbox, on the Xbox 360. So the $6 million from the Xbox original to the 360, that's 14 million. 14 billion. Sorry, that needed to add another triple set of zeros. $14 billion. Fuck, that's a lot of money. So then we move to the Xbox One. Microsoft is still losing billions of dollars on the system, and they can't seem to get their shit together. I mean, I really don't know what to say at this point, except we all know what happened with the Xbox One, which they then compounded by essentially creating a new SKU, which, here's what people don't tell you. When you create new add-ons or revisions to your console, unless you're talking about minor revisions, it's basically like you built another console. So you can pretty much guess that they've lost more money on the Xbox One. You know, for the 3.5, 4 years that it's been out, you can guess that they've probably lost between 1.5 and 2 billion every year on the Xbox One. Even with all of the revisions and the, hey, we shuttered studios, okay? Because they created new hardware that's expensive. So basically, Microsoft has just been fucking up royally. I can't say I'm really surprised by it. So, yes, the Xbox One has been failing. But now, I mean, let's get into the software part of it, because, you know, that's always fair. Okay, I know what some people are going to say, but I like playing this XY game on the Xbox systems. Okay, first of all, I have 3 questions for you. Name 3 first-party games on the Xbox that were profitable. First party now. First party. I can, and I don't even like the Xbox, but I guarantee the ones I name aren't going to be the ones you like to play. Aside from Halo, and that was Halo 2. Halo 2, the day it launched, was profitable for the Xbox 360. Fable was profitable for the Xbox. Forza has only recently become profitable for Microsoft, believe it or not. I know some people are going to be like, but I like Xbox. This isn't about liking something. You know, there's tons of shit. Like I liked Pepsi Crystal, but they canceled it because it wasn't profitable enough. Just because you like something doesn't make it good or profitable. It just means that you like it. And that's a subjective feeling. It has nothing to do with profitability or anything like that. So basically, Microsoft has spent many, many years propping up the Xbox division. Money-hatting exclusives that would not sell. Like making sweetheart deals with third parties for games. Like, oh, we'll waive your license fees, or we'll cover it, or we'll cut it down by like 80%. And none of these have worked because still the number one platform for a lot of these games has been the PlayStation platform. So yeah, the Xbox division has been running badly for years now. So, you know, I mean, the software side's not good either. Like, really, I think the thing that's been making them the most money lately for the Xbox division, like the profitable games that they have is Forza. Halo's not even really making money anymore. So with that being said, how can they fix it after the cut? Well, this isn't going to be a long segment because, you know, in light of everything I said, the hardware problems, the software problems, how can Microsoft fix this? They can't. They can't. In all seriousness, the only way they can fix this is by drastically changing how they do business. And is Microsoft willing to do that? Is Microsoft willing to restructure how the Xbox brand is run? They might have to give up the hardware market. They might just have to become, just make games on PC and, maybe kind of support the Xbox division, but, whatever. Like, that's basically what I'm thinking. Because as it is right now, it's just not gonna work. I know some people are gonna be like, but I like. Just because you like something doesn't mean it's profitable. Okay? There's tons of shit that we like that doesn't exist anymore. Like, some of my favorite TV shows didn't get enough views. They don't exist anymore, right? They got canceled. So you can't say because you like something that makes it a viable thing, okay? So with that being said, I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. I'll have some more videos coming this week. Enjoy them, have fun, enjoy me kicking Arduin's ass, and that's it. I completely forgot. We will be doing a BS Busters, obviously, this Sunday. It's going to be a little bit different. We're going to be doing baseless speculation on what type of games Nintendo will be. We'll be doing baseless speculation on what we think Nintendo will be doing with the next Legend of Zelda and Metroid, the next Metroid game. So we're just going to be doing baseless speculation, and we'll each give our own vision on what we think that's going to be. And that's all we're going to be doing. And Saturday we have the Sci-Fi Power Hour. That's it. Enjoy. Peace.